I'm coming to you from my home office in the Bay Area, and thank you so much for letting me into your homes. I'll tell you, I'm very excited about today. And if there's only one thing you're going to take away from your time with us, I hope that you see that we are accelerating innovation across the company. Now, I'm going to spend my time on 3 topics. 1, I'm going to do a look back for FY20. 2, I'm going to do a look forward, and I'll talk about our game plan to accelerate innovation and deliver for our customers. And 3rd, I will share proof points that gives you confidence around our trajectory as we look ahead. Let me get started. One of the things that we take pride in, and it's what Scott Cook started 37 years ago, is a company that is obsessively focused on customers. Scott taught us to focus on customer problems and not fall in love with our solutions. And that is why over the last 37 years, we have not been afraid to self-disrupt ourselves and reimagine the company. And we're one of very few companies that was born in the era of DOS and has led through 4 significant platform shifts. And not only have we led through these 4 platform shifts, it's created a DNA in the company of delivering strong results for each stakeholder. We've been on the top great place to work on Fortune's list. We've doubled customer growth. And if you've been a shareholder in the company, you've enjoyed nice returns. Now, FY20 was another very strong year in context of a pandemic. We grew our top line by 13%, operating income grew faster than revenue, and we expanded our margins. And one of the things that we are most proud of is that our platform revenue ended the year at $4.8 billion, growing at 22%. Now, beyond the results, let me just step back and share with you our view across 7 performance drivers. And I'll start with our employees. This was a year where our culture stood tall. Overnight, we moved 10,000 of our employees to go work from their home. And in the midst of adjusting to working from home, I personally was amazed how our teams came together to deliver for customers at a time that mattered most. At the same time, this is a high-stress environment for our employees. Whether they're right out of college and sharing an apartment with 4 others and trying to get their work done and being cooped up in their apartment, or folks with families where they're trying to homeschool their kids and still deliver for customers. And it's a year that we realize that we can really up our game around diversity and inclusion. When it comes to customers, this was a year where our innovation accelerated 3x compared to this time last year. We measure innovation by code deployments per week, and we were very impressed with the incredible work of our teams. But not only did innovation accelerate and the benefits that we delivered for customers accelerated, we delivered better site performance, better availability, and better security for our customers. At the same time, we believe that we have an opportunity to continue to improve our first-time use to nail the experience and speed the benefit for our customers. Now, our mission is to power prosperity around the world. And it's not only through our products and services, but making our communities a better place. And what we're really focused on is to create jobs in distressed communities, to be able to train folks in distressed communities that are more prepared to go to the job market, and improve our impact to climate around the world. Now, this past year, we have 7 prosperity hubs where we hired folks to deliver for our customers and customer success. We made a $70 million economic impact in those distressed communities. We trained over 150,000 people that were now better fit for the job market. And we are carbon neutral as a company. And we are tripling down on our efforts and the goals that we have set to not only create more jobs, to train more folks to be ready for the job market, and also the positive impact we want to make around climate around the world. And we're going to talk about that more later. Core to our strategy is about being an AI-driven expert platform. This past year, we increased the number of AI models that we put in production by 50%. It's a key reason for accelerating our innovation across the company. And at the same time, we accelerated the services on our platform. The virtual expert platform is one example. When you think about TurboTax Live, it took us years to build out the platform for TurboTax Live. It took us months to leverage that same platform for QuickBooks Live, and it took us weeks for Mint Live. At the same time, our view is we are just getting started, and we can significantly accelerate our speed and our innovation on the platform. It was just 18 months ago that we declared 5 big bets. And once we declared the big bets, we also implemented an execution system, which is around input goals, which means we're very clear about all the key deliverables to achieve the outcome for the input goals with very clear owners and mission-based teams. We're very proud of the fact that 60% of our input goals relative to our 5 big bets were green and completed. Now, the reason we're proud of the 60% is we want our teams to swing for the fences. We want to learn to live in an environment of yellow and reds because it will only build our muscle to move faster, take bigger swings, and deliver more innovation for our customers. And of course, we could not be more excited about the acquisition of Credit Karma, and I'll talk about that in a moment. At the same time, we are constructively dissatisfied because we believe we can continue to up our game in having healthy paranoia, to take bolder swings relative to our input goals in context of our big bets. And last year, we were not happy with our progress on Big Bet 4. And this is the bet that's about being the center of small business growth, but specifically around transforming omnichannel commerce. Now, I could not be more excited about what we're going to reveal today around that bet. When it comes to market results, we grew our active users. In fact, retention went up in TurboTax and held very well in a very tough environment in QuickBooks. And our product recommendation scores and net promoters all went up and to the right. At the same time, we have an incredible relationship with 57 million customers, and we believe we can deliver more benefits, more innovation to increase our wallet share, and at the same time, accelerate our share gains internationally. And last but not least, our financial results. As I mentioned earlier, what we feel great about is our 13% top line growth, the fact that we grew operating income faster than revenue, and our platform revenue is $4.8 billion, growing at 22%. But we've set very bold goals for ourselves for 2025, and we are constructively dissatisfied because we believe we are better than the results that we are delivering. So that is a look back at FY20. Let me now shift to a look forward and talk about what we are going to do to accelerate our innovation to deliver for our customers. Now, we've gotten all of our employees and our partners focused on the most important customer problems that we want to solve. All of those that we serve behave like consumers. They're trying to make ends meet, they're trying to get out of debt, and they're trying to save money. And depending on the country that we serve, they're looking for their largest paycheck of the year, which is the tax refund. And for those that have been bold enough to be entrepreneurs and to go to business for themselves, they're trying to get customers, get paid, get access to capital, and ultimately ensure that they can take care of their employees and be compliant. The whole company is focused on these customer problems. Now, these customer problems also have a catalyst behind them around growth. Now, I shared this with all of you at Investor Day last year. These 5 trends still hold, but I want to just focus on 3 of them. The pandemic accelerated 3 trends by 5 to 10 years. First, a shift to a virtual world, and it is happening in every industry, whether it's medicine, whether it's education, whether it's fitness, and it's happening in taxes, in bookkeeping, and in accounting, and in financial services. The second is money has always mattered. Folks have always tried to figure out how to get out of debt and save money. And for those that have experienced a pandemic, it matters more now than ever before, which is why the fintech industry is exploding because of the benefits that's being delivered. And third, it's accelerating a shift to online and a shift to omni-channel. And our bets are positioned to take advantage of these 3 trends. And so let's get into that. Let me walk through our game plan. And our game plan starts with our mission. This is what gets our heartbeats going faster every single day. It is to power the prosperity of our customers, which matters more now than ever before. It's through our products and services and our innovation, but it's also what we do to make the communities around us a better place. And in that context, as we look ahead, for the 4th time in our history, we have refreshed our values. We have 5 values. Now, 2 remain unchanged and are the cornerstones of the company. It's integrity without compromise, which is ultimately doing what's right when nobody's looking, and we care and give back, which is helping our communities around us and leaving the world a better place. We evolved 3 to ensure that not only we preserve what we love about who we are, but the company that we want to create. And it's about courage. It's about setting very bold goals and being bold about our innovation and taking risks and building a company that's all about learning and speed. It is about customer obsession. It's focusing obsessively over what matters for our customers and delivering unrivaled benefits and having every single person in the company, starting with me, sweating the details of what matters most to our customers. And third is stronger together. It is important that we create an environment around diversity and inclusion. Diversity is a fact, inclusion is a choice, and it's how you make people feel. And in order for us to continue to accelerate innovation, it's important that we represent our customers from a diversity of perspective and experiences, and at the same time, create an environment of inclusion so that people can bring the best self to work and do amazing work. In that context, if you recall last year, one of the things that we talked about is we set for ourselves a very high bar for 2025. We wanted to set ambitious goals for ourselves that measures our progress against our mission, the reputation that we want to uphold, and growth. The prosperity goal that we set was that we want to double household savings rate for anybody on our platform, and we want to increase the success rate of small businesses by 10 points, above the 50% success rate. We want to be one of the best in class reputable companies in the world, and we want to achieve 200 million customers and accelerate our revenue growth. Now, I'm happy to report that we have made progress across each of these dimensions year over year. For those that are on our platform, they save 1.2 versus the average household savings. And in fact, we are already 10 points above industry average when it comes to the success rate of small businesses. We improved our reputation score this year compared to last year, and we're in the top quartile of tech companies. And we grew our customers 10% and achieved 13% growth. So we are making progress to those very bold goals that we set for 2025. Now, these are ambitious goals. We're setting goals that we can strive towards. And at the same time, we also hold ourselves accountable to our true north goals. And for those of you that are new following Intuit, and for those of you that have followed us for years, you know that we measure ourselves against several stakeholders. There was one important change that we made this year, but I'll start with our focus is to empower the world's best talent, to ultimately deliver amazing innovation for customers, to make the communities around us better, and deliver great shareholder results. The one change we made this year is we had partners. Partners are very important and ones that we will continue to work with and measure our progress against, but we replace partners with communities because we believe it is a higher order of focus that we need to have to ensure that we make the communities around us a better place. We also evolved a few of the goals. Now, I know you don't see any metrics here. Trust me when I tell you that we have metrics for FY21 and FY23. It is what we share with our board. It's what me and my team in the company is held accountable for. There's one change that we made under employees, and that is we have publicly set diversity and inclusion goals because we believe that we need to up the bar for ourselves and become a role model and a gold standard for companies around us. We simplified our metrics for customers, and the focus is growing active customers that ultimately buy more services and recommend us. And then you can see the community goals, which is around creating jobs in distressed communities, training folks in distressed communities so they're better fit for the job market, and improving the impact on the climate around us. With our mission of powering prosperity around the world, refreshed values and goals, let me talk about our strategy. Our strategy remains unchanged. It is focused on 3 core benefits. Every innovation that we focus on is about helping customers put more money in their pocket, eliminating work and drudgery, and doing things in a way that delivers total confidence. And we do that through an AI-driven expert platform, a true open platform where us and others build on our platform to solve the very problems that I mentioned earlier, accelerating the use of AI to the data that we have on our platform to deliver more innovation, to eliminate work and put more money in on our customers' pockets, and bring expertise on our platform so that ultimately customers have confidence in everything that they do, an AI-driven expert platform. Now, in that context, we set 5 big bets about 18 months ago. These bets are grounded in our customers' biggest problems, and they represent areas where we have a right to win and the biggest opportunities for growth for Intuit. The first is about revolutionizing speed to benefit. This is really a data and AI bet. We ultimately want to have a platform and a set of experiences where the customer never has to lift a finger, that all their data is available for them on their platform, whether it's things they have in Google Sheets, Excel, W-2s, 1099s, their bank information, their commerce information. We want to make sure that all the data is available for the customer, and we then apply AI to that data so that the customer never has to do any work. Revolutionizing speed to benefit for our customers. Second bet is about connecting people to experts. The largest customer problem that's unsaid is confidence. We are dealing with people's money, and the reason there's a $30 billion TAM where folks go to others to get their taxes done, their bookkeeping done, their accounting done, and get help to run their business and get financial advice is because they are looking for confidence. And our vision for this bet is to create a virtual expert platform so that we can bring expertise into your home, however, which way you want it, and in the pocket of your hands. And this is why TurboTax Live is thriving. With our new innovation with QuickBooks Live and Mint Live, we believe that we can truly revolutionize delivering confidence to our customers in ways that they never imagined possible, connecting people to experts. Our third bet is about unlocking smart money decisions. This is all about going after savings and debt. Now, if you just look at some numbers in the United States, consumers are in significant debt in the United States, over $14 trillion. And they are overpaying for credit card fees, overpaying for auto loans, and just in 2018, 23 million people paid a lot of money for a payday loan. And customers are looking for advice. And so our vision is to fundamentally transform the fintech industry. It's to have a platform, a mobile app in your pocket that leverages your data to connect you to financial products that are right for you. An agnostic platform that will connect you to the right credit cards that are right for you, the right auto loans, auto and home insurance, personal loans. An app that ultimately will help you get early access to your tax refund, early access to your paycheck, give you high yield savings accounts, and one that will bring expertise onto the platform to give you advice. I just want you to imagine an app that ultimately where you can get your taxes done with expertise at your fingertips, get connected to any financial product that you want, get access to your paycheck and your tax refund sooner than when you may want it because of the fact that you're trying to make ends meet, and ultimately be able to get the expertise and help that you need. And with Credit Karma, we can fundamentally change the game for consumers. We couldn't be more excited about the Credit Karma acquisition. They bring over 100 million customers, 37 million monthly active users. They have machine learning capabilities. They have one of the highest net promoters in the industry. And ultimately, they have built an incredible equity to solve a lot of the problems that I just mentioned. And when you bring their 100 million customers and our 57 million customers, we have well over 100 million customers. We have over $88 billion in tax refunds. We have the power of the customer's data in their hand. We have 2 industry-leading brands where we can fundamentally go after debt and savings for consumers. And in February, when we made the announcement, we brought Ken in. We got very excited about the possibilities of Intuit and Credit Karma, and ever since then, we've of course been working on the close and getting ready for day one so we can innovate and thrust the benefits that we can deliver for our customers. That's big bet number 3. Big bet number 4 is about being the center of small business growth. It is about shifting from being just a source of truth for your books to being the source of truth for your business. What that means is we want in one place for you to be able to get customers, get paid, get access to capital, be able to pay your employees, and ultimately ensure that you're compliant. We had a particular focus on this bet, which was around also transforming omnichannel commerce. I am so excited that today there are 2 innovations that we are going to highlight. One is QuickBooks Cash. And QuickBooks Cash, in essence, is the one place where you can receive and send money, and the one place where ultimately your accounting can get done for you without lifting a finger. You're going to hear more about that from Alex and Rania. The second is today we are revealing our launch of QuickBooks Commerce, which we couldn't be more excited about to help transform omnichannel commerce for our customers. The last bet is about disrupting the mid-market small business. Same customers we've been serving for years on desktop enterprise, and we are now going to do it on the cloud. We just launched QuickBooks Advanced about 18 months ago. This team is innovating at a pace that's staggering, delivering a very simple platform that's easy to use and ultimately at a disruptive price. Our refresh strategy and our 5 big bets is going to allow us to lead through the next platform shift and leverage AI to thrust innovation for our customers. And we are inspired by our mission, inspired by our refreshed values, our strategy, and the 5 bets that we have to truly do things that you could never imagine possible for our customers. Now, in that context, we're really focused on creating a company that takes pride in creativity, takes pride in innovation, and takes pride in the speed in which we deliver innovation. And this is where we have 2 secret sauces that we're continuing to strengthen. One is what Scott Cook taught us 37 years ago. Fall in love with the customer's problem, focus on how you can design many different solutions and narrow to one, and ultimately let the code and the data decide whether the customer loves that product. The second is how we run the company. It's our second secret sauce. It's about ensuring that we're very clear about long-term expectations and strategy, obsessively focus on the capability and the talent that we need, and make sure that we are monitoring and reviewing the progress against our input goals to ultimately expose friction and what we need to do to unleash the potential of our engineers while inspiring our employees, which is what this circle is about. Now, in that context, executing well, when you look at the right side of this page, this is where we can build an advantage, which is the more customers that we solve their problems on our platform, the more we leverage their data with their permission and apply AI to solve additional problems, and the more partners we get on our platform, the more experts we get on our platform, it really creates a network advantage. And that is what allows us to go after a very large TAM. It's ultimately about growing our core, connecting the ecosystem, and expanding globally. Which brings me to my last point, which is sharing with you some results and proof points that share with you the trajectory of our future. First and foremost, when you look at QuickBooks, based on all the innovation that the team is delivering and what you're going to hear later today, we had new customers grow at 36%. That's at an ARPC of greater than 1,000 because of the benefits that we are delivering. The second is with QuickBooks Advanced, we had 100% customer growth, and we are just getting started. And if I shift to TurboTax, we had the fastest customer growth in 4 years, and TurboTax Live specifically grew 70%, where almost 70% of new customers came from the assisted method, which is exactly what we are going after. When you look at all the innovation and being the center of small business growth, we now have total charge volume of 65 billion, and our actual online charge volume grew by 30%. The innovation we're doing in payroll, our full service payroll customers doubled in the last year. And by focusing on unlocking smart money decisions, our Turbo active users doubled year over year, and our registered users went up by 8 million at now 22 million. And of course, we take all of this game around the globe. where now nearly 30% of our total customers in QuickBooks are international, with 52% online revenue growth. Let me end with where I started. Our heartbeats go fast because ultimately it's about powering prosperity around the world. It is really about creating products and services that changes the lives of our customers and makes the communities around us a better place. I can't wait for you to experience the rest of the day and hopefully walk away with the fact that our innovation across the company is accelerating.